Hey guys, alright man, check this out. It's really kind of turned in the favor of the Wolves now. At a heavy cost, Dante has managed to allow two of his men to fight their way through. They now hold the fortification. Just two. Dante and his remaining Centenary Guard fell before they could even get into close combat, which is depressing to say the least. Dante is not dead, of course. He's only merely wounded and is laying on the battlefield waiting to be retrieved.
By a lace cannon, a multi-melta, and a Hellfrost storm cannon.
Hey, he's the Primarch.
He's amazing. He's amazing.
That's Lehman Russ's child. Come on.
Yeah, you know?
Alright. The company command squad's finally starting to show some weakness. The regimental advisor who's been dropping those artillery strikes finally bought the dust with this last turn. It's looking grim, and we're going to turn...
Both guns!
We're going into turn 7.
We'll get back to you guys.
Alrighty. One, two, three.
Hey everybody, Mike here, getting back to you at the bottom of turn 7. It went all the way down to the wire this one, and it was amazing. Okay, it was a great game. Alex Willette put up a great fight, and at the very end, it came down to the Storm Wolf. He was the MVP of this whole game because he just put down so much firepower, and if there was another flyer to contest him, I'm still thinking he would have survived just because, you know, I want my Storm Wolf to survive. But depending on what he brought to the table, it could have gone completely different with that. But rounding off the bottom of turn 7, what had happened was Alex only had 4 models left. He had his commander for his guard and 1 guardsman. And they were retreating, and they managed to make 1 radio distress call before they were blown to pieces by bolter gun fire. And, I mean, like, you know, we hailed down on them. We threw, I want to say 12 bolt gun shots and storm bolter shots all together into that 1 squad just to kill him. And he made all his saves except for, like, 2. So, they were just struggling to get off that distress call. But, you know, with the cunning of the wolf, it went into our favor at the very end, I want to stress that. This would have been a tie game had it not been for the flyer. It made the difference. It got my guys into close combat, where they excel. You know, it got my guys across the field, where they need to be. So when the castellan that was over here, the entire castle structure, it had 2 jump infantry guys on it from his side. And they were just trying to hold objective 2. He got the point for it in the previous turn, in turn 6. So it put him up to 5. And we're going to do the point tally here in a second, just to make sure we had it accurate. I had 2 objectives. I killed your warlord. I got first blood. And, what was it? I wiped the table. Was there anything else that I got? I got the 2 objectives. The warlord. First blood.
And wipe the table, yeah.
And wipe the table. So I win automatically. But had I not wiped the table, I would have lost. Oh, no, wait, I got the objective over there. That's right.
Yeah.
So it was 5. It was 5-5.
Right.
So, they burned out on me. So, yeah. 5 points for SpaceWolves. We got the skimmer. My flyer was in hover mode for the last 2 turns. I get this. He survives all these different shots, even an orbital bombardment, which I don't think should have been able to hit him. No, he was in hover mode, so it could have hit him. It hit him. It didn't do anything though. Didn't glance. Got so close with that. I really feel bad for him because I mean he had opportunities, but he just didn't get the armor pen rolls that he needed with that orbital strike. What happened? Over here, the Storm Wolf floated over 12 inches, landed on the second story of that castle, on the very tip of the tower on the southeast side. So instead of, just chilling there, I guess the pilot decided, well, I'm going to take the risk and rest the wing on the upper part of the castle. And he immobilized himself. Rolled a 1. It was crazy. Now, I checked the rulebook to make sure if he did a crash and burn test or anything like that. I couldn't find anything about it. But he was in skimmer mode, and he immobilized himself after ending his move in dangerous terrain. As far as I know, for skimmers, it's the same as it is for infantry. If they roll a 1, they're hurt, but they just lose a hull point or something. So check that, and please comment below to let us know. If not, we won't know until my buddy Dave gets back to me about that, or one of my other friends. But I unloaded 7 guys. They were the initiates that we were en route to rescue in the first place. And they really shined this match. They did what they needed to do. The Storm Wolf poured a lace cannon shot, a multi-melta shot, Hellfrost blast template, and got 4 wounds off of all that. And he made all those saves. Except for 1. He had 1 guy left. I opted not to shoot a plasma gun. I should have. But I took the risk because I wanted to at least be able to charge if I didn't kill the 1 guy by bad luck. But with some good rolls, I got all 7 shots. And they all hit. And then it was like 4 wounds on 1 guy. So he did fail 1. He failed 1 armor save. 1. It was 3 wounds, and he failed 1. So I just barely wiped the table, just barely. That was the bottom of 7. So now we're going to take these initiates and we're going to treat them as Grey Hunters because of their combat skills and all their abilities. But we're going to have to run them through the Trials of Mordecai. We cannot implant the gene seed in them because if we do, it will mutate them to an abomination. So we're just going to treat them as respected battle brothers from this point on.
Go ahead.
All right, guys.
So here's how it goes down. With the battle commencing, Commander or the Chapter Master Willette sees that there is no viable way of him winning while the enemy has air superiority. So his goal is to delay them. And now, of course, this comes at an extremely heavy cost for Chapter Master. He has no idea that he was going to lose this many men, let alone himself getting wounded to the point where he almost died. Now, as said before, the 2 assault marines who landed on the Castellan, their goal was to try to get into the control room and reactivate the defensive batteries. With those activated, it would give them the turning point. It would turn the tip of the spear and push these traitors away. However, due to the bravery of the Wolf Council, they ordered the pilot to bring them in close. The pilot, of course, wasn't prepared for that crash to the plane, but in the process, the Wolf Council got out of it and shot down those 2 Marines before the defenses could be activated. The 2 remaining Imperial Guardsmen who tried to break away before they were shot down, their last words were, "The Chapter Master's down. The Chapter Master's down." This brought all available forces in the area to this position in order to retake the Castellan and ensure that the Chapter Master survived. But it was all but too late. Chapter Master was all right, and he was taken to Med Bay, but the Wolves were nowhere to be seen. And unfortunately, the Wolf Council left with them, truly becoming traitors to their own chapter. But they now begin the trials of Mordecai.